The second thing that we'll be formally launching today is a Communities Mental Health and Wellbeing Fund. And in a moment, I'm going to introduce a video from the fantastic Suman Sengupta from the Health and Social Care Partnership, who's just going to explain from his context why this fund exists. And thereafter, I'll give a wee bit of detail, including some information around about some information sessions where you can actually come and find out a little bit more, and they're happening over the next week or two. But I'll pause there. Delighted today to launch our new membership, but also to launch this new fund. I'll pass over to Suman, and then I'll circle back thereafter just to give you a wee bit further context. Over to Suman. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Suman Sengupta, and I'm the Director of Health and Social Care for South Lanarkshire. I'm delighted to be able to join you, albeit through the medium of a recorded video message. First of all, I'd like to open with a note of recognition of appreciation for you, our third sector partners. As many of you will recognise, South Lanarkshire's health and social care system has been under huge pressures of late. Our staff are doing everything they can and are showing the highest levels of professionalism, commitment and resilience in doing that. I very much appreciate that their effort continues to dovetail with the selfless dedication of carers, family members, communities, and crucially, of you, our third sector partners. Examples of the massive contribution the sector has made through the pandemic abound. From Mr. T and his volunteers, who cooked and delivered thousands of meals to vulnerable people, to those community groups who thoughtfully prepared pick-me-up baskets for key workers. I do not take that contribution for granted. So thank you. Where the recent past has reinforced our partnership foundations, our common purpose, compassion and action, it is to the future that I now turn. One huge challenge we face, and indeed are going to continue to face for quite some time, is that of tackling mental health inequalities. The pandemic has been tough on all of us. It's been particularly impactful on the mental well-being of a range of groups across our society. This is why our Community Mental Health and Wellbeing Fund is so welcomed, and indeed has the potential to make a positive and powerful impact for local people. Informed by people with a lived experience, the ambition of this fund is to support grassroots initiatives which promote mental health and well-being. The catch is that the fund requires to be distributed and utilised by recipient organisations by the 31st of March 2022. Needless to say, this will require a quick and flexible response by partners locally. So we need your help once again. With you, our intent is to support resilience and indeed the resourcefulness that already exists across our diverse local communities. And in doing this, creatively find ways for people to connect with each other, to build trusting relationships, and to promote positive mental health and well-being. VASLan is a key strategic partner for the Health and Social Care Partnership in South Lanarkshire. And on a personal note, I certainly recognise and value Stephen as both an ardent advocate for the sector and as a potent and enthusiastic civic leader. As your third sector interface, VASLan has a critical role to play in ensuring our Community Mental Health and Wellbeing Fund delivers for local people. I know that they value your support. As we move through the next phase of the pandemic, because it's not over yet, we will all have to continue to grapple with the frustrations and navigate the uncertainties of our new normal. So, if you aren't already, please get vaccinated. Please continue to behave in a COVID-sensitive manner. And if you have an initiative, if you have an idea for how to support mental health locally, please register with VASLan and apply to the fund. It's there so we can make a difference. Thank you for listening. I look forward to working with you. Take care.
Thank you very much to Suman for taking the time to record that message for us today to launch the fund, and also as positive messaging and encouragement round about the work of the sector. And I have to say, since coming into post, I've been delighted with the support of the Health and Social Care Partnership, and anticipate that the relationship between the sector and the Health and Social Care is going to build significantly over the coming months and years. I'd like to just give a wee bit of context to the fund, a wee bit of information, and then signpost you to some information sessions, as I mentioned, that my colleague Peter McGee will be expertly running over the next couple of weeks. And what I would say on the fund here is, it's a tip of the hat to localism, and it's a call to action, folks. I guess what the Scottish Government have recognised through the pandemic is that if we want resource to reach grassroots, to get to communities, to get to the ground quickly, it needs to be done through less bureaucratic means. So the proposition of being distributed through TSIs, using sources of knowledge locally to get money to the ground as quickly as possible. This is almost a window of opportunity, not just for the TSI, but for the sector as a whole, to make sure that resource is placed correctly and is reaching great organisations on the ground that are doing fantastic work, and maybe don't have the wealth of resources that maybe bigger organisations could swoop in and dominate. So please, this is a call to action. Please do get involved, not just yourself as an organisation, but your other colleagues and compatriots locally. This is a call to action to make sure all your networks fully access this fantastic opportunity. It's about broad adult mental health prevention and supports. There's a real breadth and scope of different activities that, as long as they start this financial year, just to clarify a point that Suman made, as long as the activity starts this financial year, it can be a 1 or even up to 2 year project. In South Lanarkshire, we've got over 880,000 to distribute, maximum of £10,000 per initiative. So we're certainly going to be looking at over 100 organisations locally within South Lanarkshire's third sector benefiting. The fund will be opening on the 22nd of November, with the National of the Vast for all to be launched by the end of the month. And as I say, we need to have all of that allocated and distributed by the end of this financial year. So please don't wait. Please don't rest in your laurels, whilst fully acknowledging the self-care and the range of competing priorities just now. But please do get yourself in the front end before the festive period here and give yourself an opportunity to attack this early in 2022. And we will be leading in the process for the application evaluation and monitoring as part of the local partnership we formed with Health and Social Care and other colleagues. And just to tip on the information sessions that I had already mentioned there, there's some of the dates. I'm sure we'll circulate something soon thereafter. I see Stuart's just put a wee note in the chat there, and Peter have as well. So there's some information there to gather. So please do query in advance. Please do link in with Peter. Please do come along, and please do open up your networks and suggest who else we need to be taking this on the road to proactively support, because there will absolutely be an element of capacity building in there for us as well, to support organisations to formulate their idea and turn that great vision into reality.